As we dey near this last days more, things go dey hard and we fit face serious wahala. Take for example, after one election campaign wey dem do for one Western Africa, people come start to dey fight. For over 6 months, our brothers and sisters for this area no fit waka freely because of the fight. But the question come be, wetin help these brothers and sisters to fit endure this kind problem? Well, as the situation dey go on, the brothers come go dey live with other brothers wey the fight no too reach their side. Notice wetin one brother come talk for this matter. He talk say, for this kind condition, I like am as I get true friends around me. This one help us fit encourage one another. Wetin this small story dey teach us? The lesson be this: when great tribulation go start, we go really dey happy say we get true friends wey love us. But brothers, we no go need to wait until great tribulation starts before we go start to dey form this bond of friendship wey go help us. Now be the time wey we go start am. But as the theme of our talk show, no be only with our brothers and sisters we wan form this friendship with, we go also need to cultivate and maintain true friendship with God. Now that one come carry us come the first question we go like raise and find answer to for this talk. The question na, wetin be the foundation of true friendship? Wetin be the foundation of true friendship? The answer: genuine love na im be the foundation of true friendship. Abeg, as we dey read 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 8, notice how Bible take describe this character wey be love. We dey read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and if we reach there, we go read verse 8. 1 Corinthians 13:8. Bible talk say, love never fails. Make we stop there. Yes, genuine love wey be the foundation of true friendship, Bible talk say e no dey fail. Make we use this small example take explain am well. Imagine say person wan build house. Now e come dig the foundation of the house, enter ground well. E come mix gravel, sand, and better cement wey never expire. Come use water, join everything together, mix am well. Come use and do the pouring for the foundation of that house. Abeg, how that kind house go be? E go strong? Yes, because the foundation of the house is strong. Now so e be with friendship. Friendship wey the foundation na genuine love, e go strong, e go last, and like 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 8 talk, that kind friendship no go ever fail. Now this genuine love go help us do wetin Proverbs 17:17 talk. This love go move us to dey with our friends when they face wahala. Now we don find out the foundation of true friendship. That one come carry us come our second question we go like raise and find answer to. The question na, is it possible for humans to cultivate this kind of friendship with the foundation na genuine love? The answer na yes. Wetin make us answer like this? Because Bible contains examples of individuals wey cultivate this kind of friendship wey we fit imitate. So we go take small time take discuss 2 of these examples for Bible. The first example of friendship wey we wan talk about na the one between Naomi and Ruth. But wait how these 2 women wey come from 2 different nations come take be close friends? Well, Bible help us understand say na hunger carry Naomi with him family comot from Bethlehem for Judah go the land of Moab. Now for the land of Moab, Naomi husband wey be Elimelech for die. Now after small time, Naomi first pikin wey im name na Mahlon come marry one Moabite woman wey her name na Ruth. Then im younger brother wey im name na Shilon come marry another Moabite woman wey her name na Opa. About 10 years later, these two sons of Naomi died without children. So small time, Naomi come here say, things don't change for Judah. Jehovah don't direct your attention to him people and say food, it don't dey. Wetin Naomi can't decide to do? She can't decide say she go back to her homeland. But these are two daughter-in-law talk say they go follow am go. Well, as they start the journey, e no too tey. Now Naomi look back, tell them say, my daughters, make una go back to una people and una mama. I no get another pikin wey I go born wey go marry you now. Wetin come happen? Well, after dem cry small, the second woman wey be Opa kiss Naomi and begin waka go back to Moab. But what about the first woman wey be Ruth? Wetin she do? When Naomi tell am say, see, your sister-in-law don dey go back, as we dey see for the picture, wetin Ruth tell Naomi? Abeg, carry your Bible make we see her answer for Ruth chapter 1. Ruth chapter 1, we go read verse 16 and 17. For the picture wey we dey see for screen, na Naomi be the old woman wey sit down, and the woman wey kneel down for her front na Ruth. Now Naomi dey tell her say, see, your other sister-in-law don go back. You no go follow her go? Wetin Ruth talk? Abeg, look verse 16 of Ruth chapter 1. But Ruth said, do not plead with me to abandon you, to turn back from accompanying you. From where you go, I will go, and where you spend the night, I will spend the night. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. 17. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May Jehovah do so to me and add to it, if anything but death should separate me from you. This is a powerful word from Ruth. She tell Naomi say, abeg, no even think am, no tell me say make I leave you. For verse 17, he say, anywhere where you die, na there I go die. And where dem bury you, na there they go bury me. But wait oh, wetin move Ruth to fit say this kind powerful word give her mother-in-law wey be Naomi? You still dey remember the foundation of true friendship? Genuine love. Yes, love wey genuine love move Ruth to wan stick to her mother-in-law no matter the condition. But Ruth no only get this kind love for Naomi alone. Wetin she talk for verse 17, she still say she get this genuine love for the God wey Naomi dey worship. Look verse 16. He say, your people will be my people, and your God my God. So Ruth, wey been dey serve lie God before, ready to join Naomi with him people wey dey into a covenant relationship with Jehovah to serve am. Ruth's love for Naomi is strong, so after she born one pikin wey her name na Obed, notice how Bible take describe Ruth. As we go read Ruth chapter 4, verse 15. Ruth chapter 4, verse 15. Now the women dey praise Naomi, and notice wetin dem talk about this her daughter-in-law wey her name na Ruth. He talk say, he, that is Jehovah, has restored your life and will sustain you in your old age, because he has been born to your daughter-in-law who loves you and is better to you than 7 sons. Can you imagine? Bible talk say, now Ruth, wey be Naomi daughter-in-law, better pass 7 sons to Naomi. This is a powerful example of friendship where we fit imitate. Now, a second example of friendship wey we wan talk about na the friendship between Jesus and him faithful apostles. As we dey see for the scripture, for the screen, Jesus loved this in apostles well, so he no hide anything about him Papa Jehovah from them. Mark chapter 4 verse 34 talk say, after Jesus don't explain things, don't teach people finish with illustration, he go come explain things privately to these in apostles. So for this picture we dey see for screen, if it be saying na one of those occasions where Jesus they explain things privately to this in dear friends be this. Jesus loved this in friends so they he ready to give in life for them. But what about these apostles of Jesus? Them too get this kind love for Jesus. I beg, see what Jesus use in mouth talk about them. For Luke chapter 22. If we reach Luke chapter 22, we'll go read verse 28. See what Jesus use in mouth talk about them. Luke chapter 22, verse 28. Jesus talks say, however, you are the ones who have stuck with me in my trials. Jesus, they refer to this in apostles. But the question be, what move these faithful apostles of Jesus to stick with Jesus no matter the problem where you face? You still remember the foundation of true friendship? Love when no they fail. Yes, this love moved them to stay with Jesus no matter the wahala where Jesus faced. No wonder for verse 29 of that same Luke 22, Jesus come make covenant with them, say, then go follow and rule for in kingdom for heaven. Waiting these two examples of friendship what we don't talk about the teachers. Two lessons. Lesson number one. Say, even though say we get sin for body, it dey possible to cultivate true friendship. Lesson number two. When the foundation of our friendship now genuine love, yes, love for Jehovah and for our friends, then our friendship go strong, it go last, and as 1 Corinthians 13:8 talk, that kind friendship it no go fail. But you still remember the theme of our talk? True friendship with God and neighbors. Now that one can carry us come our third question. We go like raise and find answer to. The question now, how person fit take become God friend? The truth be saying that God create us, but person no they automatically become God friend because say na God create am. Make we talk am again. Now true say na God create us, but person no they automatically become God friend because say na God being creator. Instead, he get things where the person go need to do so that he go fit become friend with God. So make we take small time talk about 4 things what we go need to do to become God friend. As we read Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, try whether you go notice the first thing we want to talk about, what we go need to do to fit be God friend. Hebrews chapter 11, we go read verse 6. Hebrews 11:6 talk say, moreover, without faith, it is impossible to please God well. For whoever approaches God must believe that he is, and that he becomes the rewarder of those earnestly seeking him. You notice the first thing we want to talk about, what we need to do to be God friend? Faith. But for this scripture we will read, Bible no talk say, without faith, if it dey difficult to please God well. Instead, it talk say, without faith, it no go dey possible to please God. So wetin be the point? For us to fit be God friend, we must get faith. Very important. We must get faith. Now, how this faith go take help us? If you notice for that verse 6 we will read, after Bible talk say, to please God well, for whoever approaches God must believe that he is. You go notice for front of that is, say, he get one star way dey there. Now, if you look down to see what it mean, he say, or exist. So, faith go help us believe, say, God na person where they exist and say we fit form friendship with them. What be the second thing we go need to do to fit be God friend? I beg, go to John chapter 17. If we read chapter 17, we'll go read verse 3. John 17:3. Bible talks say, this means everlasting life. They are coming to know you, the only true God, and the one whom you sent, Jesus Christ. So what be the second thing we're going to need to do if we want to become God friend? We're going to need to learn about God. But wetin this one involve, e mean say we go take time to study the kind person wey God be, wetin he like, wetin he hate, him values and purposes. Now, as we dey take time to learn about God, wetin go come dey happen to our relationship with am? E go dey strong more. Wetin be the third thing wey we go need to do to be God friend? Abeg, carry your Bible, go Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Make we find out the third thing wey we go need to do if we wan become God friend. Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Philippians 4, 6 talk say, do not be anxious over anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, along with thanksgiving, let your petition be made known to God. So wetin be the number 3 things wey we go need to do if we wan become God friend? Like the scripture show, we go need to dey communicate with God. But how we fit take do this one? Bible talk say na through prayer. The truth be say, no two friendship between people go fit last and dey strong if dem no dey talk to each other. No be so? So na so e be. If we wan become God friend, e go dey important make we dey communicate regularly through prayer with God. And we go also allow God dey talk to us when we take time dey study and meditate on wetin him dey tell us from him word, the Bible. We don talk about 3 things wey we go need to do to be God friend. Wetin be the fourth one? The fourth one na trust. Trust. But why trust dey important for relationship? The truth be say, without trust, no friendship, whether na the one between humans or God, go fit last if trust no dey. Now, when we dey talk about this matter of trust, e get any example for Bible wey dey come your mind? Maybe you dey think about the example of Abraham. If na so, you correct. Abraham na better example for this matter of trust. You remember him story well. Even when God tell Abraham say make he do things wey Abraham no too understand. For example, God tell am say make he live in place wey dem born am, in city of Ur, come go another land wey he go show am. Even though say God no tell am exactly where he dey go, Abraham obey. Another time, God tell am say make he sacrifice him only pikin wey be Isaac give am. Wetin Abraham do? Abraham no start to dey ask question, God, why I go do this kind of thing? Wetin go happen if I do am? Abraham obey wetin God talk. But wetin help Abraham to fit do this one? Trust. Abraham trust say God no go fit deceive am. No wonder James chapter 2 verse 23 come call Abraham God friend. So wetin be the 4 things wey we don talk about, say we go need to do to be God friend? Number 1, we must get faith. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. Now this faith go move us to come dey learn about God. John 17:3. Now as we dey learn about God, our relationship with am don dey strong. Now this knowledge of God will come move us to see say e dey important to dey communicate regularly with God. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. And as we don dey communicate regularly with God, dey form this friendship, we go come see say e dey important to trust God like Abraham. You still dey remember the theme of our talk? True friendship with God and neighbors. Now that one come carry us come our fourth question, wey be how we go take show say we be friends of our neighbors. Abeg, see the advice wey Paul give us for Galatians chapter 6 verse 10. Galatians 6:10. Bible talk say, so then, as long as we have the opportunity, let us work what is good toward all, but especially toward those related to us in the faith. If you notice for this Bible, na true group of people Paul dey talk about for here. Number 1, Paul talk say make we do good toward all. So who be the all wey Paul dey talk about for here? Well, this all fit be our family members wey no dey serve Jehovah. They fit be our workmates, our schoolmates, or people wey dey live for the community where we dey live. The question come be, which good thing we go fit do to these ones? Well, the best good wey we fit do to them na when we share the kingdom message of hope with these ones. And brothers, people really need this message of hope, especially now where the corona sickness don't put everybody for confusion. Life don't dey hard. People no get work again. Food no dey. People don't lose their loved one for death. Some still dey cope with serious sickness when no gree leave them. They go really need to hear this message of hope so that their mind go calm down. And brothers, we won't commend all of una well for this matter. Even though say the corona sickness no dey gree us carry this message of hope, they go from house to house as we dey do before. All of us still dey use alternative methods, still dey preach this message of hope, give our neighbors. We won't commend all of una. As we dey do this one, we dey show say we be their good neighbors and friends, and say we get their best interests for heart. If you never close that Galatians chapter 6, make we go back to that verse 10 again and see the second group of people where we go do good to. Paul talks say, but especially toward those related to us in the faith. So who be these ones where they related to us in the faith? Well, they very simple. Our brothers and sisters. Yes, our brothers and sisters who would share the same hope, beliefs, and purpose with. The question can be, which good we go do to these our brothers and sisters to show say we be their true friends and say we get their interest for heart? Make we talk about some ways we fit do this one. Number one, make we dey ready to help our brothers and sisters when they need help. And we fit render this help for different ways. For example, we fit help them do small things for house. We fit give them our time. We fit share food. Now when we don't dey use Zoom, they do meeting. You fit think of any brother or sister for your congregation where you fit give data so that you go fit connect to meeting and enjoy the spiritual program where the slave wey get sense they give us through Jehovah. If we dey do all this one, it go show say we be true friends to our brothers and sisters and say we get their interest for heart. Wetin be the second way we fit do good to them? Now, when we know they gossip or listen to gossip about our brothers and sisters. Brother, this truth be say, gossip no dey make friendship strong. No be so. Instead, it dey tear friendship apart. So make we show say we be good friends to our brothers and sisters by avoiding any sort of harmful gossip about them, or make we dey spread lie news about them. Number 3, make we dey tell our brothers and sisters the truth. If you get friends wey no dey tell you truth, you go talk say that one a good friend? No. But we dey like am when our friends dey honest and truthful to us. If we dey tell our brothers and the truth, we go show say we be their true friends, and the bond of friendship wey dey exist between we and them go dey strong more. Wetin be another thing we go need to do to show say we be true friends to our brothers and sisters? Abeg make we go Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3, we go read verse 12, go reach 14. Colossians 3, verse 12, go reach 14. It talks say, accordingly, as God's chosen ones, holy and loved, clothe yourself with tender affections of compassion, kindness, humility, mildness, and patience. Continue putting up with one another and forgiving one another freely, even if anyone has a cause for complaint against another. Just as Jehovah freely forgave you, you must also do the same. But beside all these things, clothe yourself with love, for it is a perfect bond of union. You notice some character where Bible talks say make we wear like clothes? For verse 12, it talks say make we dey tender and compassionate. Make we dey kind to our brothers and sisters. And brothers, our brothers really need these kind words, especially now where this system of things don't they make life hard. Some of our brothers no get work again. Some they battle with sickness. They go need make we dey kind with them. Make we tell them sweet word we go make their mind calm down. But as we do this one, our brothers and sisters feel make us vex. They feel say or do things we go pain us reach bone. If that kind one happen, how we go take show say we be their true friends? Abeg look verse 13. It talks say make we forgive them. How? Freely. Yes, make we forgive our brothers and sisters anytime we dem sin against us. As we do this one, The Bible shows say we dey imitate Jehovah wey dey forgive us freely as well. But what if brother, sister come meet you say, brother, that thing wey you do, e really pain me o, or sister, that thing wey you talk, e pain me enter bone. Wetin we go need to do? We go need to quick beg them for forgiveness. But now which kind character go help us to fit do this one? Abeg look that verse 12 wey we read again. The verse mention humility. Yes, when we dey humble, it go move us to immediately apologize to our brothers and sisters and seek their forgiveness when we don't make them vex. As we dey do all this one, the bond of friendship wey dey between us and our brothers and sisters go continue to dey strong, and we go show say we be their true friends. See the last question we go like raise and find answer to for this talk. The question na, wetin we go gain if we cultivate true friendship with God and neighbors? The answer: true friendship with God go bring us happiness now, and for future we go gain everlasting life. Very soon, brothers, very soon, Jehovah and Jesus go lead their friends enter into the new world, where everybody go continue to be true friends forever. You dey see yourself for that paradise? You go like dey there? If your answer na yes, then cherish your friendship with God. Work hard to protect am and always do wetin go make God happy. If we do this one, then we go qualify to live for that paradise as God's friend. And for that paradise, all of us, yes brothers, all of us go continue to be true friends forever.
No waste time, no dey delay. We no get plenty time again. Go teach them the truth. Na the truth fit help them survive. Those words from our song now move us for this our Watchtower article we wan discuss. Article number 38. Use the time of peace well. From that song you go see say we wan talk about how we go fit use this time of peace take help people to learn Bible truth, make them survive. You dey live for country where e be say you dey free to worship Jehovah. If na so, how you dey use this time where peace dey? Well, this topic wey we go discuss go help us see how we fit copy the fine example of King Asa of Judah and Christians for the time of the apostles wey use the time of peace well. The article come from the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 14 verse 6. For there the Bible talks say, the land no get trouble, and Asa no face war for these years, because Jehovah give Asa rest. At the end of this article, where they divide into 4 small topics, we go get the answer to these 3 questions. The first one now, how King Asa and Christians for time of apostles use the time of peace well. Then for paragraph 10, we go see the answer to this question, how Christians today fit use time of peace well. And finally, for paragraph 17, will give us the answer to the third review question, wey be, wetin go soon happen for future. We thank you now well as now come with our watch that article for page 14. Now in this study article number 38 today. It say, when you think, say to serve Jehovah, go hard pass. You feel say now when problem plenty and things they easy for your life, or now when you dey face problem, now go dey easy to trust Jehovah. Well, this one they makes us feel say sometimes when we say things they easy, we forget say we supposed to worship Jehovah, or Jehovah worship they important because life easy for us. Jehovah knows say this one will happen. Now make for Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 10 to 12. It tell the Israel people say, when they don't enter the land and things don't dey easy for them, make them no forget Jehovah. King Asa will be the great grandson of King Solomon, the 3rd king of Judah. Now, fine example for this. He really trusts Jehovah. Not be only when time of trouble, like King Asa served Jehovah. He served Jehovah well during the time of peace. How we take know? For the first time when he start to rule, the first 10 years, peace dey for the land. So wetin Asa can do? For the picture we dey for page 15, it tell us say many idol worship, lie worship dey for the land that time. Asa taking time, pull down all the poles, scatter all the pillars. Even in grandmama, where her name in America, where they high position, they follow for this lie worship. Asa remove them, as we see from the picture, from her position. Not be only that, Asa no stop to just remove lie religion. He still help the people to worship Jehovah again. And what will be the result? Jehovah give Asa and the land peace. But which kind of peace will they talk about? If you go to the small footnote for paragraph 3, he explained what this peace really mean. He said the word peace not be just when war no dey. The Hebrew word for peace still mean when person well for body, when person dey free from trouble, and when things they go well for person. So Asa and all the people for Judah at that time enjoy this peace for 10 years. The first 10 years, trouble no day. So for this topic, we're going to talk about how Asa used this time of peace well. We'll also talk about how Christians for the time of the apostles used the time of peace where them get. And like Asa, all of us will come talk how we go follow the fine example of both Asa and these Christians. Then at the end of the day, we go see the blessings and the benefits we will get if we use this time of peace well. But we'll take the first small topic. Has Asa used the time of peace well? How Asa take use them? I beg, carry your Bible to the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 14. For 2 Chronicles, chapter 14, we'll go read verse 2, verse 6, and verse 7. As we read, try to find out the different things where Asa do during this time of peace. 2 Chronicles chapter 14 verse 2. Asa did what was good and right in the eyes of Jehovah his God. Verse 6. He built fortified cities in Judah, since the land had no disturbance, and there was no war against him during these years, for Jehovah gave him rest. He said to Judah, let us build these cities and surround them with walls and towers, gates and bars, for the land is still at our disposal, because we have searched for Jehovah our God. We have searched, and he has given us rest all around. So, their building was successful. Asa no fit say this time of peace na time to relax. Instead, as we see from that Bible portion, he begin build the city, build walls, towers, and gates. He also talks, say, now we get the land. Now we still get the land. What in Asa mean? It means, say, no enemy dey the land to disturb them now. So they feel build and go anywhere for the land where they want. This one really encouraged the people. Asa gave the people mind. And what did them do? Them build. But you still get another thing when Asa do for verse 8. For verse 8 of that 2 Chronicles chapter 14, he say, Asa had an army of 300,000 men from Judah, equipped with large shields and lances. And out of Benjamin were 280,000 mighty warriors who carried bucklers and were armed with bows. Asa also prepared an army. But it means say Asa no trust Jehovah. No. Asa no say na him work as king to make him people ready for the time of trouble wey go come for front. So he prepared them. Because he know say this time of peace wey they get no go last. And na true, e no last. Very fine example wey Asa set. So for this small topic, we don't see say Asa used in time of peace well. He removed lie worship from the land. He helped the people to worship Jehovah again. He built the city and prepared an army for waiting will happen for front. See the second small topic. He said Christians for time of apostle use the time of peace well. Like Asa, the Christians for the time of the apostle, they use their time well. Now, true say they suffer them, but they still get some time where they enjoy peace. And for that time where they enjoy peace, the Bible helps us to say they continue to preach the good news. They're not tired. And as they continue to preach, now so they continue to plenty. They put all their heart for the preaching work, and Jehovah bless them for the time where they get peace. Even Apostle Paul joined for this. For the time when they traveled to Jerusalem through Macedonia, if account for 1 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 9 tell us, say, he stopped for Ephesus. And as he stopped for Ephesus, that Bible portion say, he see large door of activity open to them. What he use that chance do? He stayed there small, preached to them. Also for the year 49 CE, where the issue of circumcision day, after the elders and the older men don't decide what they go do, what Christians go do about the circumcision, they can send Apostle Paul and other Christians to go give the decision where they don't make. As then they go from congregation to congregation, what them do? They continue to put their heart, they preach God's word to them. As they tell them the decision, they build the faith of the people. What happen? What be the result of this, their actions, what they do? I beg, turn to Acts chapter 16. Moku read verse 5. Acts chapter 16, verse 5. There the Bible say, then indeed the congregation continued to be made firm in the faith and to increase in number day by day. So these Christians and the apostles, they put their heart for the work. They build the faith of the brothers, and as so they continue to be plenty they go. On this small topic, we don't see, say, even the Christians for the time of the apostles, make sure, say, they help their brothers' faith strong. They preach the kingdom good news, and as they traveled from place to place, they stay as long as peace day to help people to learn this truth, so that they go fit save. What about us? The third small topic say, make we use time of peace well. Now we be say many of us stay free. At least for some countries where our brothers stay, we still get freedom to preach. How you they use this time where you get to they preach, this free time where we get. Jehovah organization don't they busy for this preaching and teaching work, especially for this time, for these last days. Plenty things now they don't put in place in order for us to fit do this work. So the question now, how we fit copy this fine example of these Christians in the past and Asa? See the question to paragraph 10. It say, within 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 2, talk say, make we do. Within there, make we read them. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. Notice within this Bible portion say, make we do. Now we will get peace. It say, preach the word, be at it urgently in favorable times and difficult times. Reprove, reprimand, exhort with all patience and art of teaching. You notice the word urgently for there? Yes, it good make we think whether you or person for your family go fit do more for the preaching work, even if not to serve as pioneer. Now the time where we say we need to put all our heart for this work where peace day, this time where peace day, urgently. No be time for us to gather money and property, because Proverbs chapter 11 verse 4 tell us, say, wealth will not benefit us for the day of fury. No, not even anything where we get materially go survive great tribulation. We no go fit carry and pass great tribulation. Plenty publishers now don't they learn languages to start to preach this good news, to teach people to reach them the Bible truth. For 2010, Jehovah's organization don't produce publication for up to 500 languages. That's 10 years ago. But just in 10 years, Jehovah organization don dey produce publications where the number don't pass 1,000 language. This shows say Jehovah organization dey help us to make sure say this good news reach many languages. And as we fit see for the picture for page 17, plenty people don dey enjoy many blessings because they go other country to go preach to people. First of all, learn the language of the people. As we see that couple, they pack, they prepare, they make their life simple, leave their material things behind, move to a place where people really need to learn about Jehovah, and see how the face of the mama they brighten up as they learn the language. They learn the truth in our own language. And you see, brothers, when people hear about Jehovah for their language, it dey make sense for their heart. You get one example of one sister where be say don dey for America for 17 years. Now from Africa she come. She dey speak the language that they call Kinyarwanda. Now when she go America, they go organize convention for that her language. Wetin she talk? She say, since I come America 17 years ago, now this one be the first time where I don't understand convention program well. Brothers, this na servant of Jehovah they talk about how the good news reach her heart. If person we don't baptize fit talk like this, think how it go be where person we never know about Jehovah go feel if he hear this good news for his own language. You see why we need to use this time of peace well? So if your condition allow you, you fit learn another language, help some people for your territory. You know, think say this one go really dey good because some people for your territory, another language go feel better for them. Yes, make we try use this time of peace well. Well, now true say no be all our brothers and sisters they free to preach for their place. For some countries, they know they free because government don't stop the work or don't ban the work. One example we go come to our mind now, Russia. Now before this time where we say Russia they face this ban, they don't get them before. But in the year 1991, government can't allow them, make them start to preach again. For that period, where government give them that time of peace, the brothers for Russia now only 16,000 they be. What did they use this time of peace do? They put all their heart into it. They preach God's word. And brothers, in just 20 years, the brothers for Russia, the number of publishers multiplied times 10 from 16,000 to 160,000 publishers in 20 years. They use this their time of peace well. It clear say these brothers no waste time. That their freedom, they use all their heart. But even as things can't change for that country, the brothers not allow this one make them tired to do Jehovah work. They continue to do everything with their feet to they serve Jehovah. Those brothers really wise because they know say the time of peace no go last. And that's true. We know waiting they happen now. We too, where we there, if he be say we get peace, how would they use this our own time of peace? This last small topic talk say the time of peace no go last. This one give us the reason why we really need to be urgent for this preaching work. We'll go back to the story of Asa. Remember I say we talk say for the first 10 years peace day, Asa prepare all in army in city, remove false worship and make people come to serve Jehovah well again. Build the faith of him people. And that's true. After 10 years, one king wey named Nazira from Ethiopia carry 1 million soldiers to come fight King Asa of Judah. And in they confident say go win the battle. What did Asa go do? Well, because of say Asa don't already prepare during the time of peace, and in faith done strong, hear the prayer where Asa talk to Jehovah. We show say Asa get strong faith and confidence in Jehovah because he built himself during the time of peace. See him for 2 Chronicles chapter 14, verse 11. 2 Chronicles chapter 14, verse 11. Asa they talk to Jehovah and say, Asa then called to Jehovah his God and said, O Jehovah, it does not matter to you whether those who help are many or have no power. I beg, make I take them again. O Jehovah, it does not matter to you whether those you help are many or have no power. Help us, O Jehovah our God, for we are relying on you. And in your name we have come against this crowd. O Jehovah, you are our God. Do not let mortal man prevail against you. Brothers, how you think say Jehovah go feel when he hear this kind of prayer from him? This is a prayer of faith. Yes, Asa done ready. And Jehovah answered that prayer. Yes. The soldiers who Ethiopia gets almost pass Asa on times 2. But Asa no let that one trouble him for mind. Asa no say Jehovah get power and if it helping people. And Jehovah no disappoint. He really help them. Jehovah make sure say he disgrace the Ethiopian soldiers, all of them. The Bible book of 2 Chronicles chapter 14 verse 13 tells us that not even one of those 1 million soldiers survive. As we see for that picture for page 18, King Asa pray with all in heart, and Jehovah helped Judah win their enemy, even though say the soldiers will come fight them plenty past them times 2. What did this one teach us? Well, see the question to paragraph 16. The question say, how we know say the time of peace go end? Now 3 reasons now make we know say it go end. The first reason there for Matthew chapter 24 verse 9. There Jesus Christ talks say for the last days all the nations go hate in disciples. That one no say time they come where be say peace where we they enjoy now no go day. Hatred now go come. The second reason there for 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12. There the apostle Paul talks say people go still suffer anybody we won't live in life as God want and follow Christ Jesus. For some lands, Jehovah people don't already they experience this one. It go happen for where we dey soon if we still get peace. And the third reason, now waiting the Revelation 12:12. The oga of them all, Satan the devil. The Bible help us know say in the overvex. And the things when they do because the vex go affect us. For these 3 reasons, we know say the time of peace where we dey enjoy now no go last. Now true say we don't know everything where each of us go face for future. But we know say the peace no go last forever. Since we know say the peace no go last forever, what do we need to do now? You know, sis brothers, why I be saying that now we need to make use of this time of peace. Well, small time. All of us go face the biggest test of our faith. Matthew chapter 24 verse 21 say, the great tribulation, where it be say, never happen like that since the world start, go come. And that time, some of our family members, if he give us trouble, government, footprint law, will go stop or ban our work. Like Asa, each of us need to build our trust for Jehovah now. Need to learn to see how Jehovah go to protect us if we put our trust on Jehovah. Jehovah don't already prepare us. He don't give us everything where we need to make sure say we get strong faith. The faithful and discreet slave, they give us food for the correct time. This one will help us get everything where we need to be strong where that time of peace end. But you get one more thing where we need to add. That one day for Hebrews chapter 10 verse 34, 38 and 39. For our public talk, they mention this quality. In fact, now one of the first quality where they mention say we need. Waiting date for that Hebrews chapter 10 verse 38 and 39. Hebrews 10, 38 and 39 say, but my righteous one will live by reason of faith. And if he shrinks back, I have no pleasure in him. Now, we are not the sort who shrink back to destruction, but the sort who have faith for the preserving of our lives. Brothers, you see the quality we need? We need faith. Strong faith. So now be the time we need to build our strong faith for Jehovah now. Where peace day. Like King Asa, we need to look for Jehovah. We start to look for Jehovah when we learn about him. Dedicate ourselves to him, come dey baptize. And we do everything we will fit to make sure say our love for Jehovah is strong. We don't go down. No, this not be the time for us to reduce. To know whether we still dey fine for this matter, this is not the time we need to ask ourselves sincerely these questions. Are they always dey go meeting? Na true say Kingdom Hall dey close for now because of the virus. And many of una brothers, una dey try to make sure say una dey attend meetings. Una dey buy data to join for Zoom. Una dey meet for small groups. They obey the distancing. And yet they go the meeting, make sure say una no dey miss anyone. Una dey try for all the sacrifices una dey make. Una dey use this time of peace well. Make una continue. Why? Because now for our meeting, now we go fit get the power wey we need to help us to continue to serve Jehovah. And our brothers and sisters go dey encourage us as we dey see them every time wey we dey meet together. So make we ask ourselves again, are they always go meeting? Another thing we need to put for mind now, are they always study my Bible? If we get family, will they always do our family worship every week? Or even if say we not get family, will they alone? Will they make time to study the Bible by ourselves each week? Another thing we need to ask ourselves, will they do your best to preach and teach about the Bible? We know say the preaching way they use now don't change. They call them alternate witnessing. Will they take advantage of all these various ways to take the preach? Remember, now we get peace. Now we need to use them well. But brothers, remember, for what we read for that footnote for paragraph 3, it said this peace also involve where we say our body dey well. So even the time where we say government never ban our work, our health fail. Now when we still get strong yet, we dey use the health well. Now our own time of peace be that. Make we think and we ask ourselves these questions and try our best to answer these questions from our own heart. It good make we ask ourselves these questions well, because Jehovah they search something. Wetin in the search? It is for 1 Chronicles chapter 28 verse 9. So we need to be honest with ourselves as we ask ourselves these questions, because now here Jehovah go search. 1 Chronicles chapter 28 verse 9. Here within the Bible talk. And you, Solomon, my son, know the God of your forefather and serve him with a complete heart and with a delightful soul. For Jehovah searches through all hearts, and it discerns every inclination of the thoughts. If you search for him, he will let himself be found by you. But if you leave him, he will reject you. This place tells us, say, Jehovah, they search our heart. So because Jehovah, they check wetin they think for mind and wetin dey our heart, it good make we search ourselves to know whether wetin dey in line with wetin Jehovah want. Yes, we need to use this time of peace, build our faith, build our hearts, build our relationship with Jehovah before the time of peace end. If we see say we need to change something for the things where they are planned for our heart, or what they think, make we beg Jehovah, make it help us to change them. Now na the time to prepare ourselves for the test where go dey for front for the future. This no be time for us to waste time. This not time to use this time of peace well, just like Asa and the Christians for the time of the apostle do. From this study, we don't see say we really need to use this time, because the time where we get no plenty again. So what we don't learn? Make we review the article. The first question, waiting be your answer, I say, how King Asa and Christians for time of apostles use time of peace well? You remember the answer? For paragraph 1:5, we learn say Asa first stop lie worship. Then he can start true worship. He can build the city, prepare an army, and making people faith strong. And for the first Christians, during the time of the apostles, paragraph 6 to 8 tell us, say, they get every chance where them get, use them, preach the good news. And they also make the faith of their brothers strong. And Jehovah bless them because they're plenty well. If you follow that example, use the time where we get well. The second question now, how Christians today fit use time of peace well? 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 2 tell us, say, make we preach with urgency. So if we check our circumstance, make we try to pioneer, or even if we no fit pioneer, we learn another language, help people for our territory or for another land to come learn about the Bible truth and draw close to Jehovah, just as we don't get this opportunity. Remember the song we take start, no waste time, no delay, we no get plenty time again. And the last review question be, wetin go soon happen for future? Remember paragraph 17? The great tribulation, the kind wey never happen since the world start, come reach now, they come. And for that time, families go dey against us, give us problem. Government go stop our work. Now na the time for us to use this peace so we will get well before that time where peace no go dey again. Brothers, this article really dey encouraging. We don't see, say, this no be time for us to dey pursue money or property because say things easy for us now or peace day. This na the time for us to use this time of peace well, to dey attend meetings regularly, to dey study Bible, to do family worship, to preach and teach the Bible truth, and to check wetin dey our heart, our mind, the wetin we dey think, and make sure say e dey in line with wetin Jehovah want. And if we see say we need to correct am, make we beg Jehovah make he help us do everything we will fit to correct am, so that we go fit survive where this time of peace come to an end. We thank Jehovah for this fine article when he don't give us. And we look forward to the time where he be say, after the time of peace don't finish, we don't reach the end, don't survive, all of us go see the new world where he be say, we don't dey preach for sins to come. And how fitting for us to sing the new song, song number 62, to conclude our Watchtower study. So I beg, if you fit, make you stand, make we sing song number 62, and the title now, the new song.